yesterday I decided to advertise my live stream. I've noticed that a lot of people are missing out. I'm uploading these exceptional live streams, and a lot of people would enjoy them, but if they're not aware that they're happening, then how can I reach out to them? And I decided to use Elon Musk's platform, okay? I went on Xitter, I uploaded an advertisement, and I was told that it's pornographic. And I'm like, what the is it though? Like, is it? And so, like, I'm going to show it to you guys. Yes, like, here on YouTube, I got, like, the big balls to show you this really nasty advertisement. So, like, please make sure that your kids are out of the room, right? Like, make sure grandma isn't there. Because I'm going to show you something audacious. This is how I advertise my stream.
Click the link down below, bigot.
Okay? So I just want you guys to understand that we live in a society where other people have decided for us that this is porn. I find it fascinating because, like, there's a lot of queer stuff and a lot of furry stuff that I see on, I guess, almost like a weekly basis, because this is what the algorithm just promotes, you know, like some furry saying some dumb shit, and then you go onto their link and you're looking at their page, and it's filled with queer shit. That doesn't get censored, okay? But anything that has to do with straight male sexuality, even something as milquetoast as this, like, you can use this on a commercial in a New York plaza, and most people aren't going to give a shit, right? But for some reason, and this is becoming endemic now, anything that has cleavage, and anything that has shoulders, even an ankle, is flagged by the algorithm as being adult. And you gotta wonder, like, isn't society going a little bit too far? You know, like, what is with this demoralization, like trying to tell straight men that what they're doing is pathological? Like, I understand, and by the way, I'm not being unreasonable, alright? Like, I understand, like, when you go on Steam, or when you go on Xitter, you don't want titties to just bounce up on your screen, right? Like, I'm not saying we should go back to the era where we had Spartacus and Game of Thrones that had tits on the screen. I'm not arguing for that. But what I'm saying is, like, isn't this a little bit too much, though? Like, hasn't the pendulum swung in the complete opposite direction? Where just by showing something that you could put on the cover of an American comic, sold to children even, and you would put it in a Walmart, and no one would bat an eye. Like, there's nothing wrong with this image. And again, I'm not upset that my image got censored. Like, this is one thing. But I'm noticing everywhere. And I made a video yesterday showing how Steam also censored the game because it had a female character in a bikini. And it wasn't pornographic, right? Like, it was even done artistically with dark lighting, so you can't really see the female character that clearly. And if you notice it's on X, you notice it's on Steam, you notice it's becoming everywhere. You know, like you go on Gemini or ChatGPT and you ask them to draw like some images that aren't pornographic, it refuses. Like we're being dominated by this fucking hysteria that everything that has like a titty is causing trauma. It causes guilt. It causes shame. And this is just online, right? Because, like, you go outside and people are still the same like they were yesterday. The definition of pornography is expanding to such ridiculous lengths. And the reason for it is because of legislations like the European Union, legislations like in Australia, and legislations like in the United Kingdom that are basically forcing these platforms to use the robust age verification bullshit, or else they get fined. And so, like, the platforms are overly censoring. Now, the problem, and this is what a lot of people don't want to understand, these legislations don't just crack down on lewd imagery. They also crack down on hate speech. And if the platforms are willing to censor to this extent, if they're going to censor, you know, even the more milquetoast images when it comes to erotica, you can imagine what will happen when the hate speech laws come into effect. And we already saw that, you know, on Xitter, we saw with conversations about immigration getting censored. We saw this with I mean, there was even a conversation from the parliament, from the British government, and they were talking about immigration, and that was censored on Twitter because it's sensitive content. Because that's what Ofcom tells them. And so it's time to start shaming the people that are supporting these legislations because they're destroying the internet. It's not about this shit. I don't fucking care about this shit. You know, like I mean, I uploaded something cringe. You know, I shit posted, and I got like 53 likes. Like that's fine. That doesn't bother me, right? But the change in culture is what bothers me. And it should bother everyone because it actually does affect everyone. You know, the last couple of decades, we lived through a traumatic regime, if you will. Like every avenue of escapism was dominated by politics. Whether it was entertainment, whether it was sports, whether it was anything that has to do with the news, academia, school systems, like everything bombarded us and demoralized us with feminism, LGBT issues. Like, they were just stuff down our throat. Like, you couldn't escape that. It was that fucking escapable, right? Suffocating. And the only breath of fresh air that people had was to go on the internet and find some like-minded people that would tell them, no, you're not insane. Yeah, actually, the world is going to shit. You know, maybe you shouldn't pay 50% taxes. Yeah, like the carbon tax. That's like an indulgence tax from the medieval era. Like, that's not okay. You know? And the internet was like the only place where you could realize that you're actually not insane, you're not alone, and there are other people that think like you. And that's going to be taken away now. You know, I definitely believe that they first tried with fact checkers, and they tried it the Biden way, where you have like Kamala Harris as the AI czar and pushing for safetyism, and the Twitter files exposed the Biden administration was actually trying to force social media to censor. And that didn't work, right? Elon Musk bought Twitter, and when he did that, completely destroyed the system. And so now they're trying for this, and they're using astroturfing, and they're using useful idiots. It's like, oh yeah, ban porn. Which, by the way, if you support that, like, that's fine. You know, I get it. You don't want to see pornography. But can we move the conversation on from that point and ask, like, how do you want to ban it? And if the answer is digital ID, then the next question should be like, how can we tell this person to go fuck himself? And how can we shame and humiliate them in public? Because, you know, the idea, it's like, okay, little Billy should grow in a world where he doesn't get to see a titty. I understand that. But can we have a world where little Billy grows up without being in a totalitarian hellscape? A cyberpunk dystopia where everything he does online is recorded and can ruin his life 10 years from now. Because he was a cheeky little shit, you know, posted something edgy when he was 18, and then when he's 25, he can't get a job. Because we already know that happens, right? So, like, can we do something to also protect little Billy's anonymity and data? I'm looking at the American system right now, and I'm horrified, you know? Like, they're trying to find a television company because they're harvesting data from kids. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that makes sense. But why are they harvesting data from adults? So, like, what? Like, little Billy is 17, right? Like, he gets protections that I don't get, which I would like to, right? He's 17, can't harvest data from him. Now he's 18, now he's harvestable. And how is the TV company going to protect itself to make sure that it doesn't harvest data from kids? Oh, they're going to have to install some form of ID, aren't they? Right? So, like, in order for me to prove that I'm not a kid and I access their television, I'm going to have to put in some data. Why are we standing for this? Like, and by we, I mean common sense people, right? Like, people that have some level of intellect and decency and critical thinking. Like, I'm not advocating for bringing back the internet of 2014, like, heaven forbid. Like, that was horrible, right? Like, it was porn everywhere. You would look for an Overwatch character and immediately you'd see porn. Like, I don't want those times back. But can we not go to the times where it's kind of like in China? Where, like, every single website requires you to log in, requires you to dox yourself. Like, can we not get that? Is it possible that maybe somewhere in the middle is the correct answer? I don't know. But still, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't get to see my cringe shit. Because, like, that's another thing that happens, you know? If you get your content marked as adult, it's treated the same like I would have posted a Pornhub clip. And as I mentioned before, like, this is consistent now. Like, I see so many people just uploading comic books from the early 2000s or uploading an anime picture that's on mainstream television, boom, 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 just flagged. Flagged as adult. And you're clicking, like, what is it? Oh, it's a girl in a swimsuit. Oh, it's like a chick that has some cleavage. It's like, come on. Like, this is becoming a little bit insane. Hopefully I'm not the only one that gets bothered, but we'll see what it goes. I think like we're going towards more restrictions rather than less. And the funny thing though, like this is the hilarious thing, right? You can still download an AI like Stable Diffusion. Like you can ask ChatGPT, how do I install Stable Diffusion on my computer? And you can do it in 2 minutes. Like ChatGPT is just going to give you the step-by-step. You install it on your computer and then you can literally generate pornography from your imagination, anything you want, except like what the AI has some safeguards for, right? And you generate it on your PC within 15 seconds. You just type the tags, click enter, boom, you get the porn pic. Like this is generated by the same AI, right? It took me like 15 seconds and I generated. So like the internet is getting locked down. We get like all this censorship on the internet. And it doesn't fix the problem because like someone that genuinely wants can have an offline laptop with no internet connection, just download the software, and then generate porn more so than anyone from 2014 could have access to. You can literally have like your library, which is infinite. And that's never addressed, right? Like, because if the concern was to genuinely remove erotica from the world, they would at least have to address this. It's like, okay, we're banning the internet, but what do we do about the people that... It's not even in the conversation because it's not about removing erotica. It's about normalizing censorship, normalizing the concept that you shouldn't be able to log online without connecting your ID, which is also going to be connected to your bank account and your medical history and your finances and your job, right? So like if you do some bad things online, all the other things get to be affected. And it also normalizes the concept that your mama doesn't get to set morality for you, right? It's the government. It's not even religion. Like, Jesus is not as strong as the government. The government dominates everything. And so once people get that normalized, then they can continue with the Chinese-style system and crackdown. There's even a video, like a very disturbing video that I saw. Also on Sitter, which I was surprised it didn't get censored. But it was a protester in Britain, and the cop basically said, we'll see you at home. We'll see you at home. And they will see him at home. Because, like, they know who he is, right? Like, they have CCTV camera footage everywhere. The guy is carrying his smartphone. That's the Chinese level of crackdown. You know, you allow the protesters to protest and carry their flags and their banners during the middle of the day. And then when they go at home, that's when you take them. Because, like, they're alone. They don't have any friends at home, right? They're there with their family, probably in their pajamas. And that's when the government cracks down. And this is what all of this is about, right? Like, this is why all this censorship and the removal of anonymity and installing AI everywhere to filter everything people post, this is what it's about. It's normalizing that system. And the fact that people don't see it makes me wonder, like, are they really that dumb or are they paid shills? And are we not just watching some AstroTurf? Because, like, all of them have the exact same buzzwords, the exact same opinions, the exact same principles defending it. Anyway, right, I went on rambling a little bit too much, but let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the comment section, and also do go to my live stream, because as you can see, it's being suppressed. I can't promote my live stream. Dios mío. There's a link, if you scroll down, it will take you to my channel where I live stream, and hopefully, right, YouTube is also going to announce you, because I get people saying, V, when you live stream, I don't get announced. Not much I can do. Anyway. I'll see you guys. Take care.